Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixel Juice. Today I'm delighted to be having a chat. That's the name of the show, Having a Chat.
You came up with that on the top of your head, haven't you?
With the Mather. There's only high quality content here on Pixel Juice, as you can see.
Absolutely.
How you doing, Mather?
I'm doing pretty well, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. I hear you're a working man nowadays, so I haven't got time for things
Working
like...
man, on the graft, not on the dole. Baby Jack.
Well, let's get one thing straight first of all, Mather, alright? This isn't a podcast,
All right.
This is Having a Chat, okay?
Right.
So... On Having a Chat,
Yep.
it's not like a formal. I haven't planned anything. It's just it's just a kind of a flavour of the week.
Just a chat,
It's
it's like it's a stream or a broadcast of our voices.
Exactly.
But it's not a podcast.
It's exactly what the BBC do. So, I mean, we're going to use Having a Chat as a little opportunity to talk about what's going on online and kind of what your opinions are on things, what games you're playing, what films you've seen recently, that kind of thing. So, Mather, what have you been playing recently? You were just talking about your Nintendo Switch. Obviously, I've just bought one as well.
Yes,
loving it so far.
Yeah, a lot of different opinions here from the last time I told you guys about the Nintendo Switch, I must say.
Oh, what were we talking about last time? Refresh my memory.
Oh yes, well when I absolutely slated the Nintendo Switch, said it was probably going to be the worst console ever made. If I'm honest, I absolutely love the Nintendo Switch, and I've made it my sole goal to get everyone a Switch and connect everyone in unison, and so far I've sold 2 Switches.
Have you?
To my friends. Yeah, just by advertising.
Do you work for Nintendo or some kind of...
No, Nintendo sponsorships yet.
I got one recently, obviously. Actually, really enjoying it. I've only got Mario Odyssey at the moment, but I think it's great. I think it's a really good console. Definitely a step up from the Wii U. I think as I say that, but the Wii U actually had a pretty good selection of games on there.
Did it though?
Yeah, it did.
Did it though? I mean, right, okay. I've only had one experience with the Wii U. Okay, when I was at my mate's house, we were pretty drunk. We came in, we were watching just some shit on the TV, and I spotted the Wii U. And me being a fan of the Nintendo Switch, I was like, okay, I want to see why the Wii U was completely forgotten about. So we fire it up, and the only game he had was like this Lego GTA game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that, yeah.
We started to play that. It just ran at like 7 frames per second. It was so slow. And I was just sat back wondering, like, how could anyone in their right mind play this? I can't even think of like any games that came. I mean, Watch Dogs came to the Switch. That runs not the Switch, the Wii U. I mean, that runs like absolute shite. So I was just wondering. Well, maybe there's a reason people didn't play the Wii U because it just couldn't handle games.
But you are, there were some really good first-party games on the Wii U, but Nintendo did make some crap for it as well. There was this game called Wii Party U, which there's a mini game on there. I use that term very loosely. When you have to hide behind some bushes, and an ostrich comes along and selects a random bush, and if you're behind that bush and it selects you at random, you lose. So,
out of context, this sounds so strange.
I mean, this is the same company that made Super Mario World and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
You must understand.
I'll give them credit for that. The Wii U does have good backwards compatibility. I was quite surprised to see, Zelda and all that on there. That was quite nice.
Well, this is a problem at the moment, isn't it? Because the Virtual Console isn't on the Switch, which is a real kick in the teeth, really, because it should be. It's perfect for it.
NES. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
NES ever before, what are they doing?
Have you played any of those yet?
Yeah. And I play them for 5 minutes and I get bored. Well, it's not the 80s anymore. I mean, yeah, they're good games, but they could have put like GameCube games on there, right? They could have put N64 games on there. They're shooting themselves in the foot by not doing this.
If there was N64 games on there, I'd pay the price for 20. Especially, they could have paid this charge a little bit more even. And I think I've seen other people saying their videos a similar thing, because it's like people are so sick of the NES and the SNES games being recycled all the time, and even though the N64 ones were re-released, they've got more value to them because they're bigger games. So I was even wanting to play the Ocarina of Time again or Majora's Mask or whatever, and on the Switch seems a pretty good place to do it.
And it's portable, so you can play it in bed, or on the toilet or wherever. If you want to play Ocarina of Time on the shit, I mean, I can do that anyway with the 3DS. Right? Like I know I'm like a big meme when I share around like Nintendo Switch and all that. Like even amongst my friends, like anytime a game comes out, I'm always like, oh, but where's the Switch port, man? Can we get a Switch port over here? It's instinctive. But I was playing my Vita because I love the Vita. It's the most underrated console ever made, in my opinion, right?
Yep.
On that, you can listen to music, you can browse the internet, you can message friends, you can host parties and all that. You still can't do that on the Switch. So I have a hard time defending it when there's a small Vita, which is just nicknamed the Weeb machine because all it has is anime games, which are good, by the way, just saying. I'm not a weeb, but they are good games, I promise. It annoys me that the Vita can do that, but the Switch can't.
Yeah,
when the Switch is the higher powered machine.
The fact that you can't go on even, an internet browser, you can't go on YouTube. I know there's workarounds.
Workarounds. I mean, I saw one screenshot which I didn't believe was real, where some bloke managed to get on Hentai Haven, and then it was proved that he could actually get on Hentai Haven. So me, a bored individual, went, okay, I'll give it a whirl, and yes, it does work. But it would be much easier to get on Hentai Haven, I'm not a weeb, if you had an inbuilt browser, which is Nintendo should. Maybe there's a reason they don't want to do that. Maybe they don't want people going on it.
You should give Nintendo an email. Tell them now, I need to get...
Yes. But I'm not a weeb, I need to clarify that.
So it's ridiculous. It hasn't got these features, and even things like Netflix, whatever else. I mean, it's designed for. I know Nintendo have got this philosophy, which in a way I kind of like, that they try and keep it separate. Xbox is all about this home hub games console. So
and it doesn't work. I've got the Xbox One X, and the dashboard can't even run properly. It's not the best thing in the world.
You're saying that 4K ultra expensive console can't even run its own dashboard?
How? 4K bananas. It takes like 10 minutes to boot up, and then when you actually get in, the dashboard keeps crashing. Xbox One X, kids, it's the future. The most powerful console can't load its own dashboard. Funnily enough, right, I know this is like completely spiraling back to the Switch, but it seems Nintendo are actually becoming more adult than Sony. Back to the Weeb games, which I know nothing about because I totally just googled this. Yep, know nothing about it. There's a game called Senran Kagura.
Right.
Now I'm not sure what it is. Again, not a weeb. But apparently it's got this mode in it called like affection mode.
Right.
Where you can be affectionate.
Okay.
And intimate. Now, that's on the Switch, but Sony have actually requested for that to be removed on the PlayStation version. I feel like I'm in a different timeline here, because now on the Switch we've got Wolfenstein 2, we've got Doom, and we've got big anime titties, while Sony, who's infamous for not allowing, for allowing anything to go past, especially in terms of big anime titties, is blocking them.
Yeah, this is bizarre, isn't it? It's a bizarre world or something, I don't know. It's It is strange. Nintendo really are trying to go the more kind of adult route. I did consider getting Dark Souls on the Switch.
Don't worry, buddy. So did I.
Have you finished it before?
No, I have not. I got to Christ, where did I get to again? I think Nito.
Oh yeah.
Nito, I got him. Now he snapped me control and gave up.
On my last,
it was good crack.
On my last playthrough, that's exactly where I got it up to on Dark Souls 1. I just thought, stop this. I'm going to go move on to 2. Just get the
thing is, right, I've played Dark Souls on the Switch. I managed to get into the network test thing.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, it runs great. Like, I was pleasantly surprised at how well it looks, especially in handheld mode.
Really?
But the audio. It's so strange. I'll upload the clip on Twitter just for clarification, but the audio, like the sound effects, the music, it all sounds like it's being played through a PS2 mono speaker.
Really?
Because it just sounds abysmal. Like, it's barely audible
on the Switch handheld.
Cases, but on both, even in docked.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because it was the network test and they had to, scalpel for space, but if that's what the full version sounds like, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be either. I mean, that's disappointing. Especially considering it wasn't like a full remake as well, which is obviously what we all kind of hoped. Is that would be like, upgraded with Dark Souls 3 textures and whatever else. Oh, and everyone, by the way, if you're listening, obviously this isn't a podcast, it's Havin A Chat, so I can butt in whenever I want and say this kind of stuff. Mather's currently eating some Maltesers, so you might hear... I assume they're in a box.
Yeah, well, they're in like the little packet, you can get from Sainsbury's for £1.
Oh, they're not in the box rolling around then? I thought I heard cardboard.
No.
Against Malteser.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't even realise you could hear that. I was trying to be stealthful, and you just bringing that up in the middle of the not the podcast has made me really embarrassed.
You're the not podcast.
I'm gonna have another one though.
Go ahead. What do you think about Smash Brothers?
Well, I loved it. I love Smash Brothers Brawl. I have good memories back in ye olde days. In the Blitz, getting bombed by the Germans playing Smash Bros. Nah, I kid. But I really enjoyed playing Brawl, and I got the one on the 3DS. Loved it.
Was Brawl your first
but I was quite
Brothers?
Disappointed. Oh yeah, the Smash Bros 3DS. But I was disappointed because my boy Snake wasn't in it. And I've still got the text. I'll post them to Twitter as well. Because I've got a friend who's a complete Nintendo nut. He's the one that sold me the Nintendo Switch when I was being the stark raving lunatic going on, oh, the Switch is the bringer of the end times. But we were just reacting like absolute fanboys, and when they were announcing each character, and then Snake got announced, and I screamed.
It was good.
The
thing is, like, I've never really played Metal Gear, but just having Snake in the game is good. It's good. Every character that's added that's worthwhile.
Apart from Luigi, that was a bit strange, wasn't it?
Thing is, right. So,
he was in Brawl. He was definitely in Brawl. I do remember. Like, I know
he wasn't playable. He's never been playable in Smash games.
He wasn't playable in Brawl.
No, he's been assist trophy and he's been a trophy, but he's never been playable. So our lanky purple friend has kind of taken a back seat.
That scares me because I do have. It must be the Mandela effect, because I do have memories of Waluigi being on the selection screen in Brawl.
Well, then you're insane, Mather.
I think I am. I'm insane in the membrane. This is... I'm sorry, I think you have actually just fucked me up, because I'm trying to go back through my memories. Oh, God.
It's all unravelling.
So he wasn't a playable character then?
No, never. That's why there's been this whole thing recently about, like, feeling like Nintendo's goofing on him. Because all these people who want Waluigi in the game still haven't got him after all this time.
I thought the scraps were just starting because like he was in Brawl and they weren't.
No.
Oh, I am having a breakdown. I feel like my memories have been. Oh, carry on. What's next?
You ever played the first Super Smash Bros?
No, the one on the 64.
Yeah.
I've seen gameplay of it, but it's never really interested me, if I'm honest.
No, fair enough. It's very old now. there's not much to do in it compared to what
I can guarantee one person watching literally just had that same reaction, but didn't mean it sarcastically. They were generally
exactly,
shocked.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun back in the day. It was like obviously just a party game. It's evolved. It's one of those things. It's evolved into something so much more now. Because obviously everyone goes crazy whenever there's a new character revealed, and now that you've got third parties in there as well, you've got obviously Pac-Man, Mega Man, all those legacy characters, which I think is fantastic, and hopefully there's going to be more of them. I want to see Banjo-Kazooie in there. I want to see Crash Bandicoot in there. I want to see all those characters, not more weeb characters from Fire Emblem. I'm sure you love
it. Those f***ing weebs, am I right?
I'm sure you're there.
What losers? What? What's a weeb? Never heard of one. To be honest, everyone was saying Doom Guy would be announced for. I would love to see Doom Guy in Smash. I think it's the perfect time to add him. Or BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein.
Well, this is kind of why I put out this video tomorrow, because there's just like all these ridiculous leaks going out. Like, all you've got to do now is write a post on 4chan or Reddit, and then suddenly, oh my god, a leak!
I know, but if I'm honest though, right? If you back in the day when I was playing Brawl, if you came up to me and went, a couple years down the line, Bayonetta is going to be in Smash Bros. I'd laugh at you and go, "Are you on your?
Yeah,
on
true, very true.
What are you talking about, Bayonetta? That hottie? No, she's not going to be in it. She's in it.
Very true. Very true.
What is it with Goku? Everyone seems to be saying Goku's going to be in Smash, and I don't know where that's come from.
It's just, I don't think that's going to happen. It is a meme at this point in time. Yeah, just like saying Shrek's going to be in Smash.
That would be great.
Another classic. Have you seen the leaks for the N64 Classic? I say leaks. It might not be, but they look pretty convincing.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. Yeah.
Why are we bothering? The PS1's getting a classic.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and they've only shown off 5 games so far, I think, haven't they? They haven't shown off the full.
The NES had a classic. Yes, NES had a classic. What's next?
The Wii.
The Odyssey Classic.
The Wii U Classic.
It just seems like waste of money. I don't understand why. Why would you buy a classic of a console? I mean, they're more expensive than the original consoles.
They are actually very expensive. That is for sure. Actually, I am surprised at how expensive they are. I mean, actually, in a way, if you think about it, say you get 20 games for your N64 Classic, and if you're going to buy each of those games on the Wii U Virtual Console, they're like £8 each. So you are technically saving money, but it still does feel really expensive, like £100 for a console that plays old games.
I mean, maybe the N64 one I can give a pass on, because with the NES one, my argument was you can play those on mobile now. But then again, Nintendo, if you put the N64 on the Switch, we wouldn't be in this kerfuffle, would we?
No, exactly. Yeah, but that's partly it. Do you think they're holding back on all of these kind of virtual consoles because then instead of selling you instead of having a free virtual console service you buy games for, they're now literally selling you a physical console for your living room. So it's like, hey,
I wouldn't be a happy chappy if that was the thing. I mean, all Nintendo need to do, right? Like they give the NES ones for free as being an Nintendo Online member.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's cool. I think that should give the person a taste of emulation on the Switch for free. Then they can have the N64 one, which you either pay a monthly fee or you pay to buy individual games. The same for the SNES one, but that could probably be thrown in with the NES to make more incentive. And, you know, you can have the GameCube ones, etc., etc. Do that! Don't sell mini consoles that look like Lego bricks. Like, what's the point in doing that? More people have a Switch than a goddamn thing. So.
It seems crazy to me that they aren't doing some kind of Netflix-style subscription, just like Xbox Game Pass, but with all of the Nintendo classic titles. You know, for NES, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, all of it, you pay a certain amount and you can play through any game you want, you know, and as soon as you obviously stop subscribing, you can't play them anymore. I mean, it would be that kind of, you know, why aren't they doing that? You know,
best of all, like, I struggle to complain about Nintendo Online. Most of it stems from the fact we could play for free. Like, I used to play Splatoon 2, but I had to trade it in for money, and I kind of want to buy it again because it was really fun. But we were playing that for free. And I still don't see why Nintendo added these payment barriers, because we're not getting enough for what we're getting.
I've heard that the game doesn't change, like the online hasn't improved now that you pay. It's not like they've changed it or given it dedicated servers or anything like that. It's still the same online service.
Hasn't changed anything.
Which is not great. So it just makes the whole thing seem like a bit like a con.
Well, if they added, I live streamed myself watching Nintendo Direct, and I said from the start, this is the one. This is where we get the messaging, the party. This is where they prove Nintendo Online is worth it. What did they show off? Parental controls. Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
As an 18-year-old, I do love my parental controls. No. And fucking cloud saving, but then it was later relieved that the release that the cloud saving doesn't apply to every game, usually the ones which matter.
Exactly. Every promise they've made about their online service is crap in some way. Like the cloud service is, you know, it's kind of there, but it's kind of not, and then it's limited, and then the NES library, it's there, but all the games are a little bit crap. There's like 2 good ones. Then there's, you know, the online. You can play online, but it's the same thing you're getting. Like each feature is a bit crap. Thank you very much, Mather, for being my first Havin A Chat chatter.
Yep, Havin A Chat.
Well, that's it. Thank you very much for listening in, and for, I assume you subscribed and liked the video, or whatever this ends up being. And I'll see you next time.